Alright guys, as you know, I have been building my collection of Pac-Man frogs up. I had a friend of mine that messaged me this morning saying that there's some decent Pac-Man frogs at a reptile expo local here. And so I decided to run up there real quick. I really wasn't expecting much, but I did pick up 3 little Pac-Man frogs here, which I'm going to now get them all set up. But I'm honestly a little surprised. They're actually pretty decent quality. They look pretty good. Well, you can see it from there, but there's that. Yeah, I'll get you down here in a second and show you what they look like really quick. But, oops. For strawberries, they're actually pretty good quality. I'm pretty pleased with them. But I'm going to get them all set up. I'm going to give them a nice little soaking. Oh, come on, guys. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stay in there. And then we'll get them put away. So let's get that taken care of. Let them relax after being at a reptile expo. And get them all set up. First thing I'm going to do is grab a tote to soak them in some nice water. Now, when you first get a Pac-Man frog, I do always recommend soaking them in some water, especially when you get them from a reptile expo, or even if you just get them shipped to you. It just allows them to freshen up a little bit, because more than likely in these tiny little cups that they come in, they probably peed or pooed in it, and yeah, you don't want them sitting in that. Especially since they are Pac-Man frogs, they do absorb through their skin. It's definitely something you want to make sure, yeah, give them nice and fresh. Give them a good chance to start cleaning your new cages when you get them all set up. Now I'm just going to do it how I always do it. I take some peat moss, toss it in there. Nice all organic that I get. Used it for years. Pac-Man love it. They're able to burrow down in it pretty good. I might have to mix up some more. Yeah, I'll do a little bit more. Now, one of my little tricks for getting soil nice and wet is I like to use these Meyer ice cream buckets. I put the dry peat moss in there, put a bunch of water in, and then I cap it off and I shake it up until it's evenly distributed through it, moisture-wise. Got your dry soil in there. I just put a bunch of water in. Now I'm just going to cap it off. And I just shake it till it's fully mixed in. Not bad. Now you got it nicely, evenly dispersed throughout it to where it's all nice and moist. Give them a good amount in there. They do like to burrow down, so make sure your substrate is deep enough to where they can basically fully submerge themselves in the soil. Something they do that's comfortable for them and allows them to absorb a lot of the moisture out of the soil that you have them in, or whatever you're using. So just make sure it's organic, because like everybody knows, Pac-Man frogs, and most frogs in general, absorb stuff through their skin. So you got to make sure everything's nice and clean for them. And I like to do a nice little plant, just because they will hide underneath leaves and debris in the wild. So why not give them a little bit of something? Nice little hide, which they don't really use, but you know, it's just another little thing to put in there to make them feel a little bit at home. I seem to have misplaced the water dishes that I was going to give them. Just trying to find them. Well, I thought I paused the recording. I guess I didn't. I'll have to edit that out. Now, when I put their water dishes in, I try to push it down in the substrate as much as possible, just so it's a little bit easier for them to get in and out. Take my handy dandy little wand here, which runs through a filter system first, just to make sure the water is nice and good. It goes through your standard filter, and then it goes through also a carbon filter to pull out anything else that it needs to. Well, that's pretty easy. I'm still letting them soak a little bit. I'll let you get a little bit closer view of them now. Like I said, I was pretty pleased. Decent quality Pac-Man frogs. I mean, at least their strawberry version part of it. You know, they're not an apricot. They're actually a good amount of red to them. Look forward to seeing how they grow up. Hopefully we get a couple males and a couple females. And then we'll use that rain chamber that we put together not too long ago. Alright, well, let's go ahead and just toss these guys in. I always like to put them directly in their water dish so they kind of know where it's at. But that is how I set it all up. Hope you guys have a great one. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let's hear what you guys want to see me do next. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.